student can log in and submit an application.
All right, I think if you guys can notice, most of the questions are that you have voted for, because as I said, once you're in the platform, you're able to vote a critical question. That's what we are beginning to, or we are prioritizing, in other words. Maybe that final one with one vote is that, may you please list or elaborate the high marketable courses in Kenya now and the future. Oh, this is tough. Professor, we have had conversations about this, that a lot of things can happen. Maybe you can summarize with that, and then we can close the Q&A for now.
Thank you. Yeah, elaborate the highly competitive courses for now and in the future. Yeah, we keep on asking and answering this question in different forms and shades. The government of Kenya has priority areas in education and training. And under the bottom-up economic transformation agenda, the government laid emphasis on certain areas. Number one, agriculture, health, housing, small, medium, and microeconomy, and creative and digital economy. Under all of those, if you go to our website, you'll see all the courses that are aligned to the bottom-up economic transformation agenda. So it is good, like Judy has said, that you align yourself to areas of priority that government gives focus in terms of training, because more jobs will come out of those, more opportunities will come out of those areas. However, there is no useless course in any university or any college. If you analyze critically, some of the courses are meant to let people be entrepreneurial, to learn skills, develop their competencies, and be able to do things on their own without necessarily having to knock on somebody's door looking for employment. What is important is somebody's ability, your interest as an individual, and what you are ready and willing to do with the knowledge that you have acquired. So, on the face of it, all courses, all programs are marketable in their own way. I'm sure you have seen people who are tamarking, and they are graduates of those courses that you think are very marketable, is it? I don't want to mention, but you've seen them. Yeah, they could be in our communities. So it all depends on what the knowledge that you're able to acquire and how you are able to apply the knowledge that you have acquired. We don't want to live here, making any student believe that there are some courses that are useless or there's some courses that are more marketable than others. The focus is get the skills, get the competencies, get the knowledge, and then the question will be, what are you able to do with what you have learned? Thank you.
Thank you so much, Prof. Let's appreciate Prof as well from the entire team of KUCCPS. Asanteni sana. You may take your seats. Thank you so much. Tech team, we have the podium ready now because we're about to listen to a question that we need to answer. Why professional certification matters? Why does it matter? And that will be the first conversation. And even just building from what Prof said, one of the overall themes that we have taken home is that everything is workable and marketable, and especially getting that certificate for yourself, it's very important. Just be as good as you can with it, and you never know how many doors may open. So that's the angle, and that's how it shall be. And so we are just going to get ready to just listen into that. And I know I can see our CEO has just checked in after closing out on a minute or so, and I want to ambush you because I was about to invite Professor. But say hi to the people. We have a majority who just came in today for the first time, so it's a good ambush. Please come, please come. Let's appreciate our CEO with a beautiful round of applause. Asante sana, karibu sana. I have always told her I will always surprise her, so she's always ready for this, and then immediately we shall invite Professor. Just say hello to the people. We have quite a number who are joining us for the first time today, so good morning and welcome. We have the mics on, please, on this podium. Excellent, go ahead.
I don't know where to start. For me, I'm actually overwhelmed. My colleagues CEO who are here, my colleagues from KUCCPS, the parents who are here, the teachers, the many students in the room, the Form 4 candidates of last year and the past years. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good morning once again. You know, I just said, and the message that went out was, Tukutane KICC. I am amazed at how many people have come. This being the last day, I thought we would just be, you know, just winding up, but it looks like it is another day for more engagement. Thank you all for coming. It means that, you know, there is a need for dialogue around career guidance, around education matters, and I can only say that this is a beginning. We hope to do this, God willing, in every county, but for this I can assure you it will be an annual activity. So let's take the opportunity to understand how to choose careers, use the opportunity that we have with the education institutions. We have TVETs and we have the universities behind there, to ask questions around the programs that you may be, you know, interested in. We have done this immediately after the release of KCSE, but before we open our portal for the Form 4s, those who did Form 4 last year. We have not opened the portal because we want you to take the opportunity to really think through. By the time we open that system for you to choose your courses, you will have a good understanding of what it means to choose a career and the opportunities of learning that are available so that you make informed decisions. So once again, we have lined up speakers for today, so let me not take much of your time. But again, I want to really thank you and welcome to today's session. Asante.
Thank you so much, CEO, for that. Let's appreciate that one more time. A bit of round of applause, guys. Thank you so much for really putting this together. Why professional certification matters. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for one of the tallest CEOs in the country, Professor Nicholas Letting, the CEO, KASNEB. A round of applause to him as he comes. Because he's my friend, I can always sometimes use those kind of words, but he's actually very tall. Thank you so much, sir. Karibu sana. I think we may not be of good service with this level of mics, so probably you might end up holding this mic.
Thank you so much, MC. Good morning. Our CEO of KUCCPS and I think the board members who are here, teachers, parents, and our future generation of leaders. Good morning once more. I am excited to be here to make my presentation from KASNEB. For the many young people who don't know about KASNEB, KASNEB is an institution which is established under the Accountants Act, and it is domiciled within the Ministry of the National Treasury and Economic Planning. And today I'm here, I was supposed to be here yesterday, but for some reason I wasn't able to come. I wish to take this opportunity to congratulate the KUCCPS team, the Kenya Universities and Colleges Central Placement Service, whose mantra is aligning careers, for organizing this first national career conference and exhibition for informed career choices, a skilled and competitive workforce. I'm excited to be here because at KASNEB we do administer what are called professional qualifications. We do not administer degrees, but we administer an alternative route to a career of choice. So to the candidates, to the students who are here and parents who are here, and we did a survey many years ago. KASNEB has been around from 1969. It was there before I was born. I was born after that. But it has been around examining First of all, the mandate of KASNEB, I request the people running the presentation to take me to the next page. KASNEB has been around from 1969, and it has been offering many qualifications, especially that relate to business professionals, particularly those who know about KASNEB. The history and the legal framework of KASNEB is that it was established as state corporation on the 24th of July 1969, and it was established under the Accountants Act, which was later on promulgated in the as Accountants Act of 1977, chapter 531. We also have another act that also established KASNEB, what is called the Certified Public Secretaries Act of Kenya Act, and then the Investments and Financial Analysts Act 2015. Next slide, because of my time. Our vision is to have empowered and globally recognized business professionals. The next mission is transforming business professionals through examination, certification, accreditation, research and innovation, and consultancy. And then some of the qualifications that we administer at KASNEB that I would like you to know include 2 post-professional qualifications, 6 professional qualifications, 4 diploma qualifications, and 1 certificate qualification. Next slide is now what we call Certificate in Accounting and Management Skills, which is like an artisan course qualification for people who score a grade D plain. I think somebody was asking about those qualifications. If you have a minimum entry of KCSE mean grade of D plain, then CAMS is good for you, and the registration fee of 3,500. Next, why this qualification is, why it's aimed at equipping candidates with fundamental accounting and management skills like bookkeeping, record keeping of financial transactions, and it provides essential services to the small, medium enterprises and non-governmental organizations, and also private and public organizations. Now, we have 4 diploma qualifications. The minimum requirement for this is a C minus. So for the other one, it was D and D plus, D plain and D plus. Now for this diploma, KASNEB currently administers 4 diploma. We have what is called Accounting Technicians Diploma, and another diploma in Data Management and Analytics, and another diploma in Computer Networks and Systems Administration, and what we call Diploma in Quality Management. This course is administered on computer-based examination. What it means is that you just show up with yourself, and we shall give you a laptop and a computer where you do the exam, after reading, of course. The minimum requirement is a C minus or a certificate in accounting and management skills. This qualification can be pursued through tuition-based program with accredited institutions in Kenya. The entry registration fee for this course after high school, when you have finished your school, your course, and you want to join another college to do, say, maybe nursing or anything else, this course will cost you 6,000 shillings to register as a student. For professional qualifications, and I will be showing you the minimum requirement for this, you require to have a C+, the mean grade of C+ in KCSE, to pursue a course administered at KASNEB as a professional qualification, as a certified public accountant, or a certified secretary, or a certified investment and financial analyst, or a certified credit professional, or a certified information system solutions expert, or a certified quality professional. These qualifications are administered in 3 levels. We have what is called the foundation level, we have the intermediate level, and then the advanced level. Next slide. This qualification, these certifications or qualifications are aimed at the CPA one. Now I'm talking about CPA. You have heard about accountants. In every ministry, we require an accountant. In every parastatal, in every NGO, we require accountants. So to qualify, this person wishes to qualify and work or practice as professional accountants, or auditors, or finance managers, or tax managers, or consultants in related areas. These are the people who manage our money in the banks, We have accountants in public sector organizations, in private sector, even in family-owned businesses, we have accountants. Next, certified secretaries. These are, we are not talking about cabinet secretaries here. We are saying certified secretaries. And these are people who would work as corporate secretaries, who will keep records of an organization, whether it is Kenya Airways or Equity Bank or KUCCPS. They require corporate secretaries, or policy formulators, consultants in governance, and governance and compliance auditors, administrators in county and national government, as well as the private sector. These are the, then for the people who want to become, to analyze how the economy is growing, what is called investments, the qualification is aimed at analyzing, or people want to work as investment and securities and financial analysts, portfolio managers, investment bankers, and fund managers, consultants at national and global level. Some people say, I don't want to work anywhere, I just want to be a consultant in this area. Certified credit professional, CCP, are people who want to work in banks or circles or cooperatives to establish how much money you require to take as a loan and how much you'll be paying until you finish the loan. So for that, you come for that qualification called certified credit professional, and you'll be working as a credit analyst, debt management and recovery person. Then let's go to back to the certified information system support expert. This is a person who will work as a data management and analysis expert, network. They do the networking of the computers and programmers and related ICT areas. The qualification is administered on a computer-based platform, and the entry requirement, I mentioned it about the C++. Now there's another course that we started recently. It is called Certified Quality Professional. For those people who want to work in Kenya Bureau of Standards, those people who are developing ISO standards, this is where we are partnered with Kenya Bureau of Standards to run this course for people who want to do quality culture advancement, or to be management or representatives or talent experts. Next is about the minimum requirements. I mentioned about it, C+, min grade of C+, you qualify to do that course in addition to whatever else you are doing. A degree from recognized university is also required in some cases, and this is pursued through tuition-based program or privately studied, but we encourage people to go to class. Registration fee, as soon as you qualify, is 7,500, and you can then be able to progress on that. Now, for those people who have done degrees and they have the CPA and the CS and the other people, the other qualifications, we have other courses called Certified Forensic Fraud Examiner. These are people who are going to assist Kenya to eliminate corruption, to fight corruption. Certified fraud examiners are there to assist us, and then the certified public finance manager for those people who want to work for government of Kenya. And therefore, these are the qualifications we administer. And I want to say something in the next few minutes. And just say, those are the people I just said, the requirement for that, the fees for it is 10,000. And I say that these are people who want to establish our fraud, to stop fraud. No, we don't want people to be involved in fraud, but we want these people to identify the fraudsters and stop them from their track. There, the CPFM, I said again, the entry fee for that, and I think may not be relevant for our students here, but for our parents who have already done other courses, the registration fee is 10,000 shillings, and the requirement of a KASNEB qualification. As I wind up, why do we have exams in April? Yes, I wanted to say that. We have examinations in April, August, and December. But why should you come to KASNEB and do those exams? This is a reason. Let me share my experience. When I was, and I had somebody asking about what is the requirement for BCom. Those days when you are doing university, the BCom required you to have a very good grade in mathematics, the languages, and the business studies or any other course. So when I was doing my Bachelor of Commerce degree many years ago, I was also doing my CPA course. And the first time I went to the market to look for jobs, the first thing I was asked is, what have you qualified for? I quickly produced my Bachelor of Commerce degree. And then I said, in addition to that, Madam Chair of the panel, I also have CPA. And then they asked the other people who are coming after me. The other guys did not have a CPA. So you can imagine what I did. I was given the job. I didn't have to tarmac for a long time. And I normally say that doing a professional certificate that we are talking about today, in addition to what else you are doing, some of you will want to become doctors, engineers, lawyers, nurses, those kind of things. But I've come across a dentist who told me that I wish I knew that I could do a professional certificate in accountancy, because then he's running his own business and he does not know how the money comes and disappears. He does not know how to keep records of the money he makes as a dentist. In the same manner, when you will be an engineer or you are a doctor or whoever else you will be, you will require to have some additional course. I usually equate it with riding a bicycle or a motorbike. You need two sides of of your legs. You use the left to turn on the side, and you use the right. So I say one of the legs is like the academic side of your life, and the other leg is the professional side of your career life. So as you do, we are not telling you not to go to university and do a BCom or medicine, but you're saying as you do that particular course, you will be much better placed to get a job or even run your own business if you have an additional certification in professional certificates. And if I was to use my life example at the same time, apart from the BCom and other courses that led me to become a professor, because I have a BCom, MBA, and PhD, I've done other professional qualifications which have enabled me to get jobs. If I apply for a job today and compete with somebody else who does not have the same qualifications with myself, then I will even get a job and they don't get. So what I'm trying to tell the young people is that you need to expand your possibility of getting a job by ensuring that you have additional certificates as a professional person. There are other courses that may not be administered by KASNEB. There are courses in human resources. There is something called Certified Human Resource Expert. There are other courses, and that I may not want to talk about it because I'm not in the organization. Let me talk about my organization. KASNEB is there, is working, is available in the whole of Kenya. In every county we are available. We are also available in other countries. Should you be able to succeed and go to Australia or Canada or the USA, and you want to do KASNEB examinations like CPA, we also work with the Kenyan Eye Commission in those offices. We exist in about 50 Eye Commission offices in the world, and in Kenya we exist in all the 47 counties. Now, how we train? KASNEB is the examiner, and we also prepare the syllabuses. As we speak today, a number of us have gone to benchmark and say, what is it that can make somebody to be a work as an accountant or a certified secretary in the UK? So there are people there in the UK benchmarking with the UK, in Australia, in the USA, in Canada, South Africa, Nigeria, and everywhere. So when the graduate we produce in KASNEB, who may also have another degree or a certificate, will then be available to work at the global market. And we have so many Kenyans working in the United Nations. We have so many Kenyans or KASNEB graduates working in the banks. Today, if you want to pick the best run bank, if it is Equity Bank, the head of Equity Bank is a graduate of KASNEB, James Mwangi. He did BCom and he has done CPA. If you go to Stanbic Bank, for example, we have somebody called Joshua Igara, who is a BCom holder, and I'm not talking about BCom. You can do anything else, but make sure you also have something else from KASNEB. Thank you very much. I'm available for questions because I know my time is up, and I like to keep my time close to myself.
Come on, let's appreciate Professor one more time. Asante sana. I like the personal examples of renowned persons that we have seen who are alumni of KASNEB. Thank you so much, sir, once again. If you have any question for Professor, please feel free to actually just type it where we're supposed to type it. But can I see? Maybe there's one burning one. Anybody with one? I have room for one. And you want to shoot a question. Going once, going twice. Any hand? No, I didn't see any hand. Okay, so feel free to type it in as well. Then we'll be able to do that. Great. Did we learn something? Come on, people, did we learn something? Okay, I'm going to go the other way. Turn to the person sitting next to you and ask them, what did you learn? And they should give you an answer, all right? They should give you an answer. Lovely. I love this. Thank you so much once again, Professor, for that, and even for creating time to come and speak with us. Now, in the same breath, as I said again, Why math is taught in the morning is because in the morning, get ready for a marathon. So we shall be moving on as well very fast to ensure that we are all getting as much as we can get. Aligning education and training to the labor market. That is now the conversation. How do you align education and training to the labor market? So it is important that we become relevant. I saw one of the questions, someone saying, are we really relevant? Is what we're studying relevant? That's the subject this time round. And in the house we have Professor Mary Wamboi, the Vice Chancellor, Kirinyaga University, represented by Kamau Warero, Registrar, Kirinyaga University. So please put your hands together for Kamau Warero as he comes. Bwana Kamau, please come over here to speak as well with a message from the VC all the way and tell us a little bit more about aligning education and training to the labor market. Karibu sana, sir. Take us through this session and over to you.
Yeah, thank you, MC. As you've heard, my name is Waruru Kamau, the registrar in charge of academics at Kirinyaga University. Mine, first of all, is, let me tell you what the registrar does at a university, because it's also a career, and we are here looking at careers. So the registrar at the university admits the students. So once KUCCPS is done placing the students in the universities, the registrar will then take over, admit you. The letters you will receive from the universities will be coming from the registrar's office. And after that, we will do the other processes of registration and such. So for those of us who are going to come to the universities, please, as you apply to KUCCPS, remember to use the most current phone numbers so that I, as the registrar, when I'm given your name, I'll be able to reach you and all the other registrars in the country. So use the most current information and always use your guardian's contacts as one of the contacts as you do that. So mine, my apologies from our CEO, that is the Vice Chancellor, Kirinyaga University, Professor Mary Ndongo. She couldn't be here, but I have something to say on her behalf. And before I do that, before I get deep into that, although I've combined all the slides, as one of the things, when you're invited to see someone, like the president, first of all, you give them mashida zako. So first I'm going to tell you about Kirinyaga, then we are going to delve. Yeah, very short. Okay, thank you. So for those of us who are in secondary school and those who have finished, we've all of us been able to do experiments. So experiments, when we're in secondary schools, we collect data and such, then we go ahead and we collate it, then we analyze it and such. So all of us are already researchers, and for that, when we come to the university, it will be a very new walkover for you, a very easy walkover. So let me start with my presentation about Kirinyaga, then we go to the presentation of the day, very short. I think my timer is about up now. So Kirinyaga is a vibrant institution. We are in Kirinyaga County, just at the foot of Mount Kenya. We have a very scenic location, and as you can see, this is taken from the top, and you can see the mountain on the background. So we have very good spaces for students and very conducive for learning. And we do welcome everyone of us who is here, the students and the Form 4 leavers. Please visit our exhibition booth so we can tell you more about our campus and our courses, but you can see the scenic sites. We are also integrating a smart campus. At Kirinyaga, we are one of the pioneers of the smart campus technology. Our classes are smart. Some of our classes are smart, where we check attendance, we teaching via AI. So whenever a lecturer is in class, there's a camera looking at the lecturer and the students. So we are able to mark class attendance without having a person signing in some of our classes. However, that is ongoing, but however, all our classes have what we call smart boards. So when you're in Kirinyaga, that is an actual class ongoing via the smart classroom. The camera you see at the back, that is for the students, and there's one at the back of the students for the lecturer. So we are able to mark class attendance, and that is very nice. These are our students doing the same. So smart classrooms are also, we encourage you to have your mobile. We do interactive, like the way you are doing here today at Kirinyaga, we are able to do interactive classes. So we actually encourage you to bring your phone to class, because when the teacher asks a question, you're able to shoot an answer on the board, and that is one of the concepts that we are headed to, smart classrooms and smart teaching. Our campuses, as you can see, modern, and facilities are also modern. This is one of our new buildings, the Kilele complex, where all the classes here have smart boards. So the lecturers just send the notes to the board. When they come into class, you start interacting. You interact with your phone. You can divide the boards into very many, people can write on the boards. They're divided into very many pixels. And yeah, as I'm saying, it is very interactive learning in Kirinyaga. So we are also well equipped, as I said earlier. I'm trying to beat time, sorry for the hurry. We have 4 schools in Kirinyaga. We have the School of Pure and Applied Sciences, where we have things like computing and data science, actuarial science. Some of the careers that you can get there are data scientists, analysts, researchers, and tech specialists. We also have the School of Engineering with engineering and construction. We also have engineering and sustainable, energy and sustainable systems. We also have design and technology. In design, we have fashion design, and we also have textile design. The careers you can get there are engineers, technologists, and project supervisors. We also have the School of Health Science, where we have clinical and laboratory sciences. In this area, we also have forensic and biotechnology, and we also have public health. Some of the careers in that school are clinical officers, nursing officers, medical lab technologists, biotechs, and public health officers. And lastly, we have the School of Business and Education, where we have business and economics. We also have education. We have both BSc Arts, and we also have BSc Science. We also have management and leadership courses. So the careers there are like teachers, lecturers in technical schools, managers, and also economists. So as you can see, we are a well-rounded university. We have some of the emerging and innovative courses that we provide a variety for fresh and forward-thinking courses designed to meet today's job demands. As you can see, we have things like software engineering, data science and analytics, a big program nowadays, financial engineering, medical biotech, forensic science, epidemiology, medical statistics, and renewable energy. We also have BTech in communication and information engineering. Just to name a few of the many that we have, and these are the emerging ones for now. We have practicals for all our students, and just to mention that for all our engineering students, you will be in the field at least 3 times before you graduate. So for every year you learn, we take you to the field, and then you're able to learn practical skills. And beyond that, we also have community service and such to allow us to interact with the community. We have our annual medical camps for the clinical officers and the nurses. So we have other partnerships, like we have a partnership with something we call NCLEX training, where our nurses, by the time they leave, they are already certified to work in the UK and also in the EU. So our nurses get that particular type of training by the time they leave. So to dive into the topic that Kirinyaga had been assigned, how to align yourself to the future. So what do we mean when we say the future of future of jobs. From what we gathered, we looked at a study done by the World Economic Forum, and we tried to break it down for our younger colleagues, the students. So one of the things that we saw that will affect our current, in the near future, by the year 2030, the world of work will look dramatically different. Digital transformation and climate action and demographic changes will have shaped our way of thinking. And what do I mean by this? People will have more of digital access. So 60% of employers expect broadening digital access to transform their business. Climate action, 47% of employers expect climate change. Cost of living, rising cost anticipated. Then demographics. Aging population will increase healthcare demand. So healthcare obviously will be a priority. Courses in climate, about green energy and such because of climate change. So we expect that courses like in renewable energy will become very relevant. Courses in engineers who work in electrical cars will be very important for us as we move away from petroleum products, where we are moving to electric cars and other electric motor vehicles. Then geo-economic fragmentation is more of, let's say, like the way China and America are fighting, where America does not want China to maybe export some of their goods there. Then we will find that America will have to manufacture some of their own goods. That will also affect how we deal with America, what we export to them and such. So as you align your career, you must be looking at all those things. What is going to happen in the next 5 years between the world and where will you be? As the populations age in the UK, you may also want to align your career towards heading there because they will have no young people to work. So you may want to align yourself to go work there. Then there will be a lot of job displacement because obviously of AI and technology coming up. So 22% of the current jobs will be affected by this transformation. And what does this mean? Frontline roles like farm workers, as we heard yesterday from Nyandarua, they will see the largest growth. Maybe you may want to align yourself to that. Technological advancement, particularly in AI and robotics, are major drivers in both job growth and decline across the country and across the world, actually, across all sectors. Then there will be a skills revolution that 39% of skill sets will be transformed or outdated by 2030. So that career you're looking at, will it be outdated? Do you still want to be in it? Because again, if you're in a career where in 2030 we will not need you, then you better start skilling yourself. As you do one career, as Professor Letinga said, make sure you join it with another short course at the end. Analytical thinking will be more sought because again, there will be lots of data and then we will need people to interpret that data. AI and big data skills, the data we collect from our social media, that's what we call big data. Those are some of the big data. What Facebook collects, those small things they collect from us, which they then turn into something to target you. So you see an advert because you talk to someone about something, tomorrow you see an advert about it. That's what we call big data being analyzed to target advertisement and sales. Then 63% of employers identify skills gap as a major barrier. So we may have some skills being outdated and also we will need retraining of the staff. So employer priorities, these may not, maybe I can just touch on one. If the workforce were of 100 people, 59 would need retraining by 2030. So for every 100 people, by 2030, we will need to retrain them again so that they can fit where they are. So let us look at that as young people as we choose our careers. Then the green transition, as I said earlier, because of global warming and climate change, so there will be efforts to reduce carbon emissions. So these will drive those kinds of work. So works, jobs that are in the green sector, green job sector, and green economy and such, blue economy, let's look at that as we choose our careers. Then demographic dynamics, as I said earlier, the aging population in the world, especially in the West, they will need more skilled employees. So some of the biggest growing roles are there: big data specialists, AI, solar panel installers, wind turbine technicians, electric vehicle engineers, sustainability managers, environmental consultants, system analysts. This is because of the trends in the world where all of us are trying to be responsible citizens, all companies are trying to be responsible citizens. So again, if you want to align yourself to a company, Safaricom will need people who are going to take them to the next stage where they do not, they reduce their carbon footprint. So they want to reduce how much of oil or anything that they use for their generators, for their substations. Yeah? So they will need to know what kind of energy, what else can they use for their high-level masts. So the way forward, obviously for the university, is for the industry to collaborate with the industries before they make the curriculum. Then for the universities, again, stackable certification for career progression. I saw these in some of the websites offering e-learning, where you can do one short course, you get a certificate, you do another one, you get a certificate. That way, by the end of it, that certificate leads you to a degree or a diploma, or it is a credit that can be transferable to the degree. So skills, competency, again, remember, while skills are necessary, also we need competency in the jobs. Then upskilling, AI is the thing, is where we are headed. So we need also to look into that in our careers. So as I complete, I tell you that Kirinyaga, we are ready, and your future starts here. We have future-ready programs, we have a smart campus, and we have practical experience, and we also have very high completion rates in the market. When we admit you, probably you're going to finish within the next 4 years as you have planned. Thank you.
Thank you so much once again. And so if you want to go and study at a place where St. Mount Kenya is any morning, right? Or, so they come to you. Okay, let's appreciate him one more time. A beautiful round of applause. Asante sana. Kamau Weriro, the Registrar of Kirinyaga University. All right, now, just before I get straight into our next speaker, as I said, it's a marathon in the morning. Please note that if you have any question, we are checking, and some of them will be actually answered live, okay? So feel free to do that. And maybe tech team at some point, you may be sharing to show the slide or how to get in for the ones who are in, so they can do that. In case you're wondering, first of all, is that we have also show up the Wi-Fi. It's easy to just log in. I think we had a slide with the Wi-Fi logins. It's a KICC Wi-Fi, and the passcode has been shared as well. It's KICC at 50#. You can see it at the corner there, so feel free to interact as much as possible. Let everybody know this is happening. Good. Matters to do with policy, matters to do with planning and career pathways. How do we get to this? In the house, we have an amazing person, Dr. Susan Wandera, the head of Education Department, Daystar University. A round of applause to her as she comes. She is going to share some knowledge on that. Matters to do with policy, planning, and career pathways. Karibu sana Daktari, take us through that.
Thank you so much. Good morning. How are you? Yeah, it's a great morning to see each and every one of us in this gathering this morning. Very exciting. Allow me to start by saluting KUCCPS for bringing us here. Can we give a hand clap to KUCCPS? Thank you so much. We are excited to see what you are doing and touching on each one of us up to the school level. Allow me to start by saying that Daystar University is just about 30 kilometers from here. So I do not have the photos of our main campus because you can go there for a ride. Are we together? It's a beautiful place, our main campus in Lukenya, at the river. where we are actually the biggest Christian university in Kenya. Can you clap for us? For being the biggest Christian university in Kenya, we are very deliberate in the values of servant leadership. We have great people whom we have produced at Daystar. And today we just have one small example of the great people who are the graduates of Daystar, and that is our MC. Can you stand? Just see our alumni just by face. Just that is one of them. So you will not see many pictures here, but you are able to have one. Then you can ask, what is Daystar about? We have all programs, and actually the School of Education is the youngest school. And our teachers, most of them, when they go for teaching practice, they are taken by the schools. So we are already producing in a small way great global teachers. Great global teachers. And before I just go to my topic, it's important so that you're able to know where we are as far as aligning our career pathways to our 21st century, is that yesterday we launched at Daystar what we are calling the Daystar University Center for AI, Modeling and Digital Trust, in partnership with leading tech experts yesterday. So we launched an AI center where we want to expose young people to AI from the very beginning for executives, applied data science with Python, data visualization, cybersecurity foundational skills, secure coding, Python for cybersecurity. Those are the programs, the courses that are in our AI that we launched yesterday. I am honored to be here this morning, putting on the shoes of our Vice Chancellor, a great educationist in Kenya, Professor Laban Peter Airo, and I want to be brief in just talking about policy planning and career pathways for the young. They are called Generation Z, or are they millennials, or are they alpha? Who are you? The young people here are Gen Zs. Are we together? So we are looking at the policy, the planning, and the career pathways so that we can be in tandem with the times. Remember, already in the education sector, we are having a shift, a paradigm shift. And to some large extent, it means that even the career pathways are having a paradigm shift. Next slide. I just want to give a brief overview of what we need to understand, that our Vision 2030 envisions a globally competitive and adaptive human resource base that meets the requirements of a rapid industrialization and technologically savvy economy, because that is what is driving the economy today, the industries and the digital space or the technological space. The government actually recognizes that career guidance is very essential for stimulating the human capital and creating a competitive knowledge-based economy. So even as we engage in our subject matters, we need to know what stimulus is within you so that you start being focused in what is driving the global economy. Because we are not looking at our job market from a very localized perspective. We are global citizens. So we have some difficulties with which young people transition from education and training to the labor market, especially because we have a mismatch between the demand and the supply. So we are going to look at what is the demand in the global market. And my colleague from Kirinyaga University has brought out some of the areas where we need to look at where is the demand, so that we don't have an oversupply in areas where the demand is not high, because that is where the mismatch is. And my excitement this morning is that KUCCPS is leading the way in ensuring that the universities are able to meet the gap so that the supply and the demand is in such a way that there's a balance. There are various policies, but when you look at what we have, the National Policy Framework on Career Pathways, which is a very recent policy framework, it actually provides a very robust and a very professionalized career guidance that enables young people from the schools to manage their learning and career pathways within the context of the changing education, digital space, globalization, the training, and the labor market systems. That national framework, which is actually a 2023 framework, gives very clear guidance on where are we and where are we going. And it is anchored on various, we have a lot of policies which inform this kind of a framework. Our Constitution, 2010, our vision, our SDGs, very many, which form the basis of this kind of a framework. And this policy actually promotes the attainment of the lifelong learning, that learning does not have an end. Even when you are done with university, you continue learning, employability, and the social equity. And these are the aspirations. These are the aspirations of our Constitution 2030, the bottom-up transformation agenda, and the treaty for the establishment of the East African community. That when you look at those recommendations, we are able to have an understanding of where are we going as young professionals in the career world. Next is that when we now explore and interrogate the 21st century career pathways, it is important as young students to have an understanding of the structured routes that are linking education, the skills, and employment. Where is the linkage? So that by the time you are done with your final exam and you are going to the KUCCPS portal, you are able to know the linkage of your education, what skills and what kind of a job do you want. You guys get bored very fast. So you must be excited about the kind of a job that you want to get into before you are bored within the first year of your employment. The jobs must or should respond to the technological, the economic, and the social changes. The global landscape is rapidly shifting technologically, climate, social changes, and this is where the jobs are. The change, any shift, it removes the old guns and ushers in the new guns. Because if the old guns cannot shape up, then they ship out. Unfortunate. So that you are able to understand what is the flexibility in the job market. How adaptable are you that you don't get stuck, that you need a broad general mind. Next, and when you look at next, no, you have skipped something. There's a diagram that when you think about our job market, there are the skills. There's a diagram somewhere which shows that the skills we get in schools, in exams, is not necessarily what is the requirement in the job market. We have what we call the employability skills. And the employability skills is actually what the 21st century employers are looking for. And the employability skills is actually what is determined by the competencies that we are emphasizing in our competency-based education. And what are these soft skills of employability? One, our ability to be team workers. Are you a person who is a team worker? Our ability to be communicators and collaborators. Our ability to ensure that we are problem solvers and critical thinkers. That even with your good papers, you must be able to be a young person who is a critical thinker. You must be a problem solver. That these employability skills that touches on the software of who we are is actually what the job market is looking for. Our knowledge about AI, our knowledge about ensuring that the society we are living in is rapidly changing, and your ability to become adaptable and flexible within the job market because you easily become shipped out. Now, those are the employability skills, and there was a diagram that I thought it looks like it has been left behind in the slides, and that is what makes a difference between the movers and the shakers in the marketplace and the ones who are not the movers and the shakers. That we have very good policy, we are very good planners, but where are we when it comes to the career pathways that we can align ourselves to and become competitive, not from a local perspective like the Kenyan perspective or even the counter perspective, that we become competitive in the global market? I can say with a lot of pride that a number of our graduates in Daystar are global workers, and they are shining at their marketplaces because we are very deliberate in ensuring that our training is in tandem with the global demand of what is required at the job market. And that is what makes the difference. With those few remarks, allow me to bow out and say thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Daktari. A bit a round of applause to her, Asante Sana. And she has said because they are in town, no need for pictures, just walk up a little bit, you see that. Guys, are we getting something? We are still in the morning. As I said, it's a marathon. Please do me a favor. Check the person sitting next to you where they are asleep. You can kick them up a bit if anybody, you know, that kind of thing. And I thank you so much for the questions coming in. Look at it, yeah? So many of them. And the beauty is that we're about to get to a session of interaction with KUCCPS. And Professor is here, very ready, so we shall be coming to that, all right? But first, let's answer this question. Hallmarks of a successful career. So many questions have been asked. Oh, is this good? Is that bad? Is this okay? The beauty is that we have a conversation on that. And in the house, I want to call Dr. Dennis Minor from Kirinyaga University. A round of applause to him. Makofi tafadhali. He's going to talk about the hallmarks of a successful career. So welcome and pay attention. Karibu sana.
Thank you. How long? Okay. It's about 15 minutes. Okay. Thank you very much. Good morning. Or it has turned to afternoon. It's a morning. I'm Dennis Minor. I'm a lecturer at Kirinyaga University. I'm also the Dean, School of Agriculture and Biotechnology. Kirinyaga University is a public charter university in central Kenya. Actually, we border the mountain. So when you want to touch the mountain, you may likely pass through the university. So I want to address this topic of the hallmarks of a successful career. And maybe before I go there, I can also say that our university has 7 schools: School of Science, School of Business, my school now, School of Agriculture and Biotechnology, School of Social Sciences and Education, School of Natural Resources, School of Pure and Applied Sciences, School of Health, and also School of Computing and Informatics. When I was given this topic, and that's the discussion that has been happening on stage. People are mentioning about AI. As lecturers, sometimes we have an issue. Is it good? Does it reduce the quality of the work? Maybe from the young people. If I asked you, how can you tell that somebody's career is successful? Somebody can, from the audience, how can you tell that somebody's career is successful? How can you know? Can you know? By interacting with somebody. This is a question to the audience. Can you tell whether somebody's career is successful? Somebody? Can you tell? How can you tell? From the face? So, I also went to the AI. So that's why we are saying it is an interesting thing. And asked it, the hallmarks of a successful career. That you get or you derive intrinsic fulfillment. When you're in that career, you are satisfied. You derive some intrinsic value in it. There is continuous growth. So where you left somebody, you find the young growing. And also, there is external recognition. At least, even when I come to stage, that is recognition. So what we are saying is, you can tell whether you are in a successful career based on even how people interact with you. My discipline is in horticulture. I did BSc horticulture, MSc horticulture, PhD horticulture in the university, and I also teach horticulture at the university. So what we are saying is, how can you know that you are successful? If you have done computer science, you have graduated from the university, or from college, or from whatever level of training, and nobody has sought a solution from you. I like it sometimes when people call me and ask me my coffee, or they even said, what's up? If it's coffee last disease, they throw it my way. I feel even if, you can charge to respond. You can charge, you can tell them, before I tell you the answer, pay for it. So, but sometimes there is a lot of, this is what I'm calling intrinsic satisfaction. Sometimes I respond, and even now I use scientific terms. I say it is caused by uromyces caffei. Because I want to, you see now I'm in my field and I'm not. So the one thing about intrinsic satisfaction, you get value when people are coming to you. That recognition, you enjoy. That people can know, at least you know something. Socrates, every scientist, and every let's say, philosopher, may refer to Socrates as the ordinance of philosophy. So he said that knowledge is knowing something, at least you know something about something. Very deep knowledge about something. So when he was getting the award for 10 consecutive years for being the most intelligent man on earth. So every time somebody came on stage, Socrates came on stage. So some people followed him. Why do they give you the award for the most intelligent person on earth? So he said, I know what I know not. I know what I know not. So that discussion that I don't know, I may not engage in it. That one that I shine, I am there. I show up so that I can be recognized. So when we are talking about a successful career, that recognition comes out because you can shine. People can consult you because of your field. Then you are also satisfied. You are passionate. Sometimes, if I may also talk about what I do, I'm invited by the boards of companies, especially managers, flower farms, coffee farms, tea farms, to go and support, maybe during the interviews, the technical questions. So the first question, if you want to see whether you appreciate, where are you, what are you doing? If you say, I'm at home, I'm waiting for an opportunity. For example, if you've done computer science or IT, you don't need to have to be employed. And sometimes I think in this country, that discussion of being employed, training for employment, is a discussion that is stopping us from becoming actualized in our careers. Because we are not trained for somebody. By the way, sometimes I ask myself, was I trained for Karate University? That is reducing your scope too little. You were trained so that you can be knowledgeable, so that you can be resourceful, so that you can be recognized by the society. And then you may be scoped to a smaller space. You can also decide to support the whole world in your area. Right now, the digital space is very wide. I have some friends that work for US companies. So when we are sleeping at night, you know the time zone is completely different, 12 hours difference. So when we are sleeping, there's a guy who is working at night. He serves, even in the shipping lines, they dispatch, but they are very happy about their career. So something about a successful career is that you enjoy your work. When we are going for those interviews, I go back to now to what we do. You can, sometimes I do the interviews in a very different way. We just take a walk around the flower farm. So somebody is just busy talking. You know, in Kenya, this is happening, this is happening. But now, if you're passionate about your career, and you came for an interview, and you're talking politics, instead of addressing the issue. So sometimes I can take somebody where there is a disease. Let's say in a flower farm, because I told you I'm passionate about my field, I have seen powdery mildew. Powdery mildew is white spots on flowers. So, and somebody does not note them. So we continue. But the passionate guy will tell me, hey, stop. There is a problem. That is what we are saying. You are passionate about, you have some intrinsic value from whatever you are doing. And that is one of the hallmarks of a successful career. You also contribute to the society. I told you, if you go home after your studies and nobody is consulting you, by the way, even your parents can know whether you are adding value. You see, like at home, I always find them, when there is something about coffee, they ask me. When there is something about tea, you find they asking. So it gives you, it shows that you are contributing to the, at least you start from the homestead, and then now you can go to the entire country. So if you want to have a successful career, the first thing that you should do, you should also excel. Shine in your career, so that when you are reading documents about you, there are some people in this country, maybe I don't want to mention their names, or if they are here, I could have mentioned them. If I'm doing horticulture, there are people that you must reference. By the way, in the university, if you do a topic in plant pathology or crop pathology, and you don't reference somebody like Agrios 2005, we may say you have not read. Even in this country, there are some people that we know. If you are talking about any field, you don't mention them, then you have not researched. That is the kind of success I'm saying you may require. You may need to be outstanding in your field. And then you may also need, people will recognize that you are there, and then they are going to seek solutions from you. How many solutions have you created? Are you innovative? Because the other thing that you may also require is to become innovative. How differently can you solve the problem? When we are talking about innovation, some people tell people to think outside the box. And sometimes I don't agree. Because there's not even a box. When you are innovating, you want to become disruptive. There is no boundary for what you are thinking. In your field, if you're in high school, for example, you want to study physics, you want to do quantum physics. Like Albert Einstein was asked to describe Isaac Newton. So he said, this is a rare man. Actually, he was, because Albert Einstein lived 200 years after Isaac Newton. So he said he's a rare man who could read nature like a book. So you don't need to be scoped by anything. When you're innovating, if you are creating a solution for a problem, if it's a computer challenge, if it's I've seen young people are very interested in apps. Like as in agriculture, I know somebody can have an app where you can even identify diseases, just monitor, and then you can, you don't even need to be an agronomist like myself, but you can use an app and then you can tell the disease. You can even go forward and tell us the solution. You can even go forward and command a drone to go and solve the problem. And that one to me is part of the hallmarks of a successful career. Because for a career to be successful, people must also be able to note. The society should be able to note. And it should also give you some change. If it's economically, you can get some value. And that's why I was saying, when I started my communication, if this career cannot employ you, you are coming for a job from us or from the company, but the career, whatever you are saying has not helped you, the company sometimes can second guess you because they are not sure that you can also address whatever you're saying. So I just wanted to trigger your mind, and then I can leave you thinking about it, but take it as a challenge. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you so much. You know, when you ask the question, what are some of the hallmarks? I had someone shouting money. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, is it? Yeah, some money is not bad. It's still good. But thank you so much for that session and that interaction. I'm trying to see whether there was any question related to that. None yet. But we shall be answering all these questions that you send in. Thank you so much for the participation. Now, allow me to ask us to do a favor, just a quick favor here. If you don't mind, can I have 4 volunteers come up here? Some students, just 4 of you, come. Come. You never know what I'm about to give you. Hurry up. Or do I put my pocket here? Do I put my hand here? Okay, I'm counting. Yeah, you see? I like that. I like that spirit, eh? Yeah. Thank you. There you go. So sasa nyinyi ambao mlimaliza shule jana mlikuwa mnarandikia shenga mwezi kuja. Eh? Awesome. Girls, you don't know what you have decided to come and do, but come. All right? How are you doing? Which school is this?
Nunkopir Girls.
Hey, say it louder.
Nunkopir Girls High School.
Excellent. I love that. In your school, I was told you have a class on dancing. So everybody stand for a moment. Please, if you don't mind. We need to stretch. We have been seated for long. DJ, can you get us something very nice? Very fast, DJ. Very fast. We only have a minute. Very fast. So however you're going to make us stretch, okay, we can do that. In the meantime, can you allow your right hand to touch your right toe? Please allow that. Go down a bit. Stretch it. It helps a little bit. It helps. Then the left one, the other side now. The other side, it is important. Just to stretch. DJ, are you ready? Do we have something yet? Please play it, whatever it is. Let's see how it goes down. Let's see how it goes down. What else can we do to stretch? What else can we do? Oh, I'm told just turn around like this. Just make sure that waist, because you've been seated for long, is working. Is it? What else can we do? Oh, just do that. Do what she say. Do that. Yeah, keep going. Tech team, do we have something or not? I just want to know. Do we have something or not? It's taking time. Okay. All right. Now, I don't have 2 minutes. If it can be 30 seconds, the better. All right. What else? You are the one who is leading, eh? What else? Okay, just do what they're doing. Hey, but that one looks like he's just saying no. What is that? Okay, all right. Just call me from up there. Call me like you're calling him. Excellent. Now you're doing well. All right. Now from where you are, don't kick your neighbor, but just throw some kicks down. Excellent. Do we have something yet? Tech team? Oh, I think I understand the DJ has gone on strike. It's all right. Thank you so much. Please give yourself a clap and take a seat. Asanteni sana. Thank you so much. Don't worry. The one who stepped on that wire, we will talk. Okay. Thank you so much. Now, we're just about to come to that session where I call the climax of the day. And the beauty is that we want to discuss what next after KCSE. Everybody say that. What next after KCSE? Yes, that's the conversation we want to have. And the beauty of this all is that the person who's going to take us through this is our very own Chief Executive Officer, our CEO, Dr. Agnes Masiwa-Home. A round of applause to her as she comes. Please come by here. Let us get to understand what next after KCSE. So please let's have that session and then we can flow. Karibu sana.
I can hold this. Yeah. Good morning once again. Again? Which one? This one. Okay. So before I get into my presentation, and then after the presentation, I will welcome questions from you. But I want to read a message I got this morning on WhatsApp. And it says, "Hi CEO, the attached CV is for a lady looking for something to do, even a casual job. She can do anything given the opportunity. How would you react to that?" Okay, let me see by the show of hands. Would you look for a job for that person? Yes or no? Yes? Let me see the ones who would, with that information, get the person a job. Put up your hand. No response. Okay. How many would not look for a job for the person? I can see some hands up. You will not look for a job for that person. Tuweke tu mkono juu. The students, if you were me, if you are in my situation, would you get the person a job? Just come and tell us why. Yes, the gentleman here, next to the lady in a mask. Please come. Tuchangamke kidogo, juu ya masaa. Just from here. Okay, just come up. Just come up.
I will not give her a job because she doesn't have a target. She just wants any job. How can I know that she will do that job that I'll give her the way it's supposed to be done?
Let's give him a clap. There is no job called anything. Yeah? So as much as I would want to help, I would not know where to start. And that is the situation most of us find ourselves in. You finish school and you're looking for anything. We are looking for any course. And then we start feeling that my relative in Nairobi has a big job, but they are not helping. They don't know where to start, just like he says. So let us look at, next please. First, let us first understand what does KUCCPS do and how we can help you to make that decision to know what to do after KCSE. For those who are coming in and may not know, we are a state corporation. We are an organization under the government that was established in 2014, but this was after the law, the Universities Act of 2012 came into place. We have our headquarters in Nairobi, but we have offices in Huduma centers. So we support our students, parents, and teachers through Huduma centers. Now, we may not be in every Huduma center, but in every Huduma center, there is a cyber. So we have trained the cyber cafes that are in Huduma centers. So those have information about KUCCPS. So we have our mandate, which is to coordinate placement of government-sponsored students into universities and colleges. We also disseminate information on available programs and their costs. So we have a stand there, and if you want to know about any program, whether it is in a private university, public university, we have that information. We collect and retain data on university and colleges. Most important, we develop career guidance programs for the benefit of students, and that's why we are here. This is one of our engagements with the young people, with parents, with teachers, so that we guide you and help us get information on the areas to focus as we develop our programs on career guidance. And then we advise government on matters education placement. Imekwama. So of course we are guided by policies. We have to know who is eligible. Like I said, our focus is our Kenyan students. So we have criteria. We work to develop a criteria for placement. So when you hear that, we are placing students, and we are looking at areas of the marginalized, we are looking at those with disabilities. Those are the kind of things that we do to develop the criteria. We have various stakeholders as we do this. We have the Ministry of Education, National Treasury, universities, colleges, examination council, like the ones now who did their KCSC. We receive that results. We receive the results, we put them in our system. So we have results from as far back as 1989. So if you want a program, we have your data, we know, we can be able to guide you on what to do. We work very closely with the funding agencies. This is HELB and Universities Fund, the media and other suppliers. So how do we work with you to align your careers? First, it is important that we look at placement on merit, the course that you want to do. Is it a diploma? Is it a certificate? Is it a degree? So how are your results like? We say we place everyone. We have an opportunity for even that student who has an E. So from A to E, you are our clients when you have done your KCSC. We are now looking at those who did not manage to sit for KCSC. They went up to standard 8. We still have a way we can advise you to advance your career. There are those who did not even finish school, but they were able to get into the job market, and they now want to get certifications. Again, we have a system where we recognize prior learning, that what you have been doing out there is important, and we can work with you to get a pathway for your education. We also look at the labor market. That has been discussed by the 2 university representatives. We need to be aware, where is the world going? Some years back, we had typewriters, and secretaries were very marketable. But today, I don't think there's an office that operates using a typewriter. Maybe the ones that do the title deeds, But there are no offices that are employing secretaries who are using typewriters. So the world is changing. We are getting into the digital world. We are now getting into AI. How can we use AI to create jobs or to get things done? But there are some there are some jobs that even with technology you cannot replace. A job like nursing, for example, you cannot get a robot to move you from your bed to give you medicine. Well, probably we'll get there sometime, but we are still in need of some jobs where that human interface is still very important. So AI is, what does AI stand for? So just so that we are together, not artificial insemination. We are looking at artificial intelligence, not artificial insemination. So artificial intelligence cannot replace emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence calls for where we have to interact and look at somebody's feelings. They need to tell you how they are feeling, then you know what is good for them. So even when we are talking about telemedicine, we are still finding there is a need for that physical interaction and emotional connection. So as you think about the jobs, now that you've done Form 4, you look at yourself and ask yourself, what am I good at? What do I even enjoy doing? Do I enjoy talking to people? And if I do that, how are my communication skills? Then I can now start thinking about a job. Now, placement to universities and colleges will come, mainly in September for government-sponsored students. So the question is, between now and September, what are you doing? The idea is to explore and to read and to find out what are the careers that are available that match with what I love doing. Then visiting those areas and finding out, I say I want to work in a hospital, how do I react when I see blood? If I want to go into performing arts, what is it that I do or I love doing that is in line with performing arts? Sports is another area. We now have sports academies. So can I find out what sports academies are doing? So those are the things that we are talking about, and then linking them to the labor market. Some of these jobs that we are seeing in the, in US and in Europe that require help, like nursing and the nurse aides, physiotherapy, they are not there for just some time. When you look at the population, they have, majority of their people are old, and this is because of their demographics. They embraced things like family planning and all those technologies much earlier. So their population, the population of old people is more than the population of the young people. So they don't have people who can help in taking care of the old, and that is what is creating those jobs. So the jobs are not going to, be over in some few years until they get a balance in their population. They will still need drivers, they will need nurses, they will need chefs, they will need all those jobs that we are seeing in the programs that the government is running under Kazi Maju. We also are looking at promoting TVET. Now, if you look at the theme of our conference, we are looking at skills for what? A skilled workforce, yeah? So we are looking at skills. Right now, we need skills. Now, when we talk about going to Singapore, what did Singapore do? In the 1980s, Singapore looked and saw the need for skills. And they introduced skills, and 80% of the students are going into courses that get them skills. The ability to innovate, the ability to create new, to create new things. So when we talk about TVET, we are talking about giving young people the ability to do things and not just, replicate what others have been doing. And you'll find in my data as we go along that more and more students who are doing KCSE and even qualify to go to the universities, they are preferring to take courses that will get them into skills, they are going into TVETs, the technical colleges. So through KUCCPS career guidance, then you're able to look at your abilities, we look at your interests, we look at your performances, of course, then we match all these together. We focus on equity and that national outlook so that whatever course you get, whatever course you're placed into, we ensure that the process is fair, very inclusive, and based on merit. Now, when I talked about placement, this is just how we've been placing students over the years. You can see the female versus the male. Of course, the female, in terms of being placed, those who get C+ and above, the male are more, because the male tend to you know, they do better in some sciences, the mathematics, and therefore their chances of getting courses in some areas becomes higher. But you can see the number is going up. Those who are placed in degree, now we are at 182, but we'll look at the ones who are getting into TVET. We still have the students who are placed, but what I'd like to say as we look at this is that those who have C+ and above and are going into TVET, those numbers are going higher and higher. So what we are saying is going into TVET does not mean you have failed. It just means you're more strategic in what you want. When we look at the new jobs created, you know, in the labor market, this is from the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics, we can see there are more jobs, 703,700 jobs in the informal sector. What do we mean by informal sector? These are people who are creating jobs themselves. Yeah, most of this, it is somebody who is, I would say somebody who thinks of simple examples. Somebody has set up a supermarket and they want to employ cashiers, they want to employ the cleaners in there, vis-a-vis those that are going into formal sector, you know, the government, the NGOs, the banks. So a lot of work, a lot of job creation is in the informal sector, where there are individuals creating more and more opportunities. So that's what we are challenging you. How do you join in this sector where you are able to create jobs rather than look for jobs? Now, the government has been talking about the digital jobs. Ile ya kufinya computer, dola inatoka. Yeah? But we have people, the young people around there that are doing the recording, the photography. We have seen how Nairobi looks like on Sundays. Young people are going into job creation, and we are seeing that more than even the people in my age group that believes employment is the way out. So we are encouraging you, as you think about what to do after KCSE. Job creation, self-employment is one of the ideas. We have seen great people who have started side hustles even while they are in school. So you don't have to wait until you're done. Now, when you look at unemployment, these are the young people from 15 to 34 years. They constitute of the largest labor force, but also in terms of unemployment, they are also, a lot of them, 67%, are unemployed or underemployed. When you are underemployed, probably you did a degree, you didn't get a job, and now you're starting to look for anything, like the message I started off with. I later opened that CV, this person's CV, and I found they had a degree. They actually have a degree. So those are the ones we are talking of. Being underemployed, you're doing something that really doesn't even match what took you to school. And the causes of this is because, of course, there are limited access, training, low labor absorption. But the greatest is our attitude. Where do we want to start in life? The ones who are here, the Form 4s who are here, I can tell you once you get into a degree or a program and you're done with your degree, when they get into the labor market, most of them say they want a job as managers. Would you get a job? For the parents who are here, would a fresh graduate get a job as a manager? Yes or no? For the staff who are here, the senior lecturers and even the KUCCPS staff who are here, did you get that job as a manager immediately after school? The answer is no. So it also tells us we need to look at our attitude. We need to be able to start somewhere. Volunteerism helps us start somewhere. I may be in college, I may just have done Form 4. As I wait to go to college, as I wait to go to the university, am I humble enough to do a simple job that will expose me to the job market? If I have a degree in social work or community development, am I willing to go into a children's home to give voluntary services that will expose me to the discipline of work, time management, communication skills, so that by the time I see a job that is advertised, I can say, yes, I have 1 year experience in this, even though it was not a paid position. So my challenge to you, even as you finish your KCSE, what do you use your time to do? And are we just, in the internet, scrolling and scrolling and scrolling? But am I doing something that I will be able to add into my CV and say that during this time, I have gained 6 months experience in this? So there are several sectors I have said that, we are seeing a surge in demand for specialized skills, and that would help you start thinking, if I'm to spend my time as a volunteer, if I want to spend my time exploring more, what are the areas, because I cannot just wake up and go. So I'm looking at the green economy, technological transformation, I think this was mentioned by the previous presenters, areas of renewable energy, mambo na solar, mechatronics and industrial automation, getting machines to do things easily. Cyber security, when somebody tells you nataka kufanya ICT, before, during our time we were saying, I want to do computers. But the computers we were talking about, ni ile kushika mouse, understanding what is a mouse, what is a keyboard. Now we are at the level where cybersecurity is the in thing. It's not just the use of that computer. How do we generate, or how can we develop programs and applications that will make our computers safe? So a person with a general degree in ICT may not get a job faster than a person with a diploma and certification in cybersecurity. Our ICT, head of ICT, am I correct? He says yes, and I can repeat that. A person with a degree in computer science and a person with a diploma and certification in cybersecurity. If I am an employer, I would go for the person with a diploma, because this is a person who has zeroed down to understand the challenges that are currently available in the ICT space. So ask yourself, as you choose that career, as I'm thinking about what to get into, what does the world need? The area of computers, the world needs people who can be able to keep our computers safe, people who can keep our data safe, cloud architecture. Cloud architecture, and ICT, correct me, is about making sure that our data is very safe. You see, we had the Act, Data Protection Act. You have seen people who are being sued because of getting information that they did not want. So how do you get your data safe? So think beyond just a degree or a diploma. Go inside and find out what does that exactly mean. When we talk about fintechs, blockchain, financial data analysts, yeah, you will find as you go around, there are some universities that are training, have degrees in business administration. Ask yourself, if I do a degree in business admin, what will I be? But I can do that degree in business admin and combine it with CPAs and the KASNEB programs that were talked about this morning, where somebody does your degree and alongside you're taking a certification. You saw the certification, the minimum requirement was for those who are here, to start a CPA, you need. There was even a program that required a D, right? It doesn't mean that if you have a degree or you're doing a degree program, you cannot take a program that the minimum entry is a D. If it will give you skills, go for it. So those are the ones that I have mentioned, the changes in the workforce, in the job market. We are getting more and more people working from home, you know, remote working. So as you look, you can Google and ask, you know, remote jobs. The ones that we are talking about, kudunga dola inatoka, you know? Platform-based, where there is digital labor, platforms, the gig works. We've seen a lot of that in the communication space. So sometimes people will ask you, you know, why are you doing communication? And a lot of colleges, both diploma, certificate, they are training communication. But you have to go in deeper and ask, in this communication, what do I want to specialize in? So there are quite a number of emerging issues when we look at aligning your careers to what you really want to do, matching your education and training to that labor market, focusing on the digital transformation and the future skills. We keep repeating about the future skills in education and training, looking at alternative credentials, what I talked about, recognition of prior learning, that you can actually have some skills in hairdressing and all that, and now go to a college and get a certificate for that. And these are the areas that we want to continue discussing with institutions, strengthening TVET and the understanding around TVET, aligning placement with even in that international labor market. But as we do this, we again still say, you have to ask yourself, what do I love doing? What does the world need? If you can fill a gap in the world, then you're in the right direction. But if you are looking at getting into some employment because you want to make money, then you are on the wrong direction. I always say, do the right thing, be hardworking, honest and hardworking, have the right values, and money will follow you. Can I repeat that? Be very hardworking, do the right thing, serve the world, check what the world needs, and the money will automatically follow you. Don't follow the money. If you follow the money, you get into the wrong, careers. Well, it's not a career, but it's the wrong practices. Practices of conmanship and, all those other things that are not interesting because you're chasing the money. But if you chase your happiness in terms of fulfillment in what you're doing in life, let it be a service. Whatever you want to do in terms of your career, is it a service? Are you filling a gap? And the money will definitely follow you. So with that, I wish to stop there and allow for interactions with the MC. We look at the questions.
Q&A time with your crew. Come on, guys, let's appreciate the CEO better. Thank you so much for that. Very much so. By the way, if you look back here from here, the hall is totally full, and we appreciate you for your patience. The beauty is that KUCCPS staff and everybody else have decided they won't even have lunch. They will be here for you until. Anybody with a question, whatever thing that you want to ask, career guidance, anything, will still be stationed here even after we take our break. But for now, it's now the interaction moment. And so I think I would like us to just tech team. This is the time where all those questions now up. Make sure that we are well connected because we want to very quickly do our interactive time. And so Prof and team, this is our moment. This is our moment to do this so that at least we can be able to touch as much as possible every other corner that has not been answered in. But I hope you are enjoying this and seeing this. And just a quick reminder, if you need to dash to the washrooms, just walk out the way you walked in, on the left, straight downstairs. You'll be able to see the signages and you're assisted if you need to do that. So sorry we are not taking these breaks at this moment. As I said again, the morning was marathon so that we can get as much as possible. Do KUCCPS offer sponsorships to students who want to study abroad? There are so many questions now, as you can see. They are coming up. There are so many things coming up. So feel free to do that. The ones that are voted, as you can see there are like 5 people who have done those kind of votings. If you can see a question that has been asked and you really want it answered, just vote as well as, and if you have a unique one, ask it yourself. So Prof, do you mind? I think these seats are very nice for us. So come with your team up here. We want to answer as many questions as possible as we have done. I promise that we'll have this session because this is for you. But before, even as we start looking at these online ones, does anybody, I have a lot of mics that are going around, does anybody got a quick question to the entire KUCCPS team or anything that you want to ask because you haven't typed it? Push up your hand. Can the roving mics go around a bit? The people with the mics just hold 1 or 2. I can see it there. The mic is there. Push up your hand and, ask the question. Anybody? But don't put your hand up like this. This is not working. You have to shoot it up high. Anybody with a question? I'm trying to see anybody before. Oh yeah, there's one here. Let's start with that, gentlemen. Very quickly, if you can ask the question straight to the point as we get to the online ones. If you want to type your question, this is it. Scan that or just type slider.com. The passcode for today is 2KICC. And then uliza swali yote uko nayo. All right? Then we flow. That's how it should be. Already I can see 18 questions up. We will be answering them all. So please go ahead, sir. What's your name and what's your question? Yeah, it's working.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name is Eston Dwega. I'm the career master at Karema Girls High School.
Yes.
I came here to ask a question on CBC. We have
CBC.
just received grade 10 students in our secondary schools. And we may want to know whether there is any change as far as career alignment is concerned. That is to ask if there would be any change in subject combinations for various degree courses and probably diploma courses. As at now, I do not think career teachers have enough information to assist in grade 10 students to be able to fit into different career paths. And we would appreciate if KUCCPS would guide us how to go about it.
Very good question, and we got it. Prof, did you get that question? It's a bit on alignment, whether there are any changes there, all those kind of things. Please, you could start with that. Yes.
Thank you. The question about CBC, or CBE as we know it, because it's a framework. CBC or CBE began a long time ago. It's not just beginning in grade 10. We have the grade 9s, grade 8s, and grade 7, and especially in grade 9, where the students pick pathways as they move to grade 10. Now, KUCCPS already is occupying the space of offering career guidance in junior school as well as senior school, because these are different clients. The ones in junior school are still grappling with what they want to do, the pathways that they want to select as they move to senior school. The ones in senior school already have selected the pathways, and now they need effective and more thematized career guidance in terms of what they are likely to do, the areas that they are likely to specialize in, the careers in those fields and professions and so on. So, of course, you have mentioned the issue of career guidance teachers. We also have a program for career guidance teachers in the normal 844, as well as teachers, career guidance teachers in the senior school and even junior school. So we have started taking charge of that space, and we are going to collaborate further with the schools, with teachers, with boards, to equip teachers, career guidance teachers with knowledge and information to better offer career guidance services to schools. Thank you.
Awesome. We're good? I love that. So you got it? Excellent. Thank you so much. Any other hand before I go to our online questions? Just checking, there's a hand there. If you don't mind, you could pass that mic there. There you go. Text him at the back, just at your back. There you go. Yes, go ahead.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon. Go ahead.
I'm Valerie Mibe, and I'm here as a guardian. And I have a question for students who are applying to KMTC schools. You find that a student might have performed well and decided to join KMTC, but then when they apply for a course, they are not placed in any school, and so they miss out in that year, academic year, and they have to wait for the next academic year. What is KUCCPS doing to prevent that kind of challenge for students who want to join KMTC? Because I've also experienced that challenge.
All right, that's a good question. That's a good question. Good, go ahead, take it up.
Thank you very much for that question. I know programs like medicine, clinical medicine, engineering, and KMTC are very competitive. So every time we open our system for application, we get more applicants than the slots that are available. Now, when we come to processing of the applications, we do not look at only merit. Because if we say the best grade goes in, it means only A minus, and up to B plus would get opportunities. But what we do, we look at many other factors, including the population of where you come from. We have affirmative action to other places, to some regions as per the CRA. That is I'll find out what CRA is, but it guides on affirmative action. Secondly, we look at constituency level. Remember, the placement to KMTC, because of limited capacities, we look at your county you come from. we look at the constituency you come from. KUCCPS has data up to sub-location level. So whenever we do placement to KMTC, we consider so many factors so that we can explain why did candidate A get in and not candidate B. So it's quite a number of metrics. It's not just a grade. Because if you were to look at grade only, KMTC would be filled by A minuses and B pluses and A planes only. Thank you.
Awesome. Well done on that. The questions are still coming in. There's a quick one there. Can KUCCPS limit careers at risk from AI and encourage students to focus on humanitarian work? Prof, who's going to take that?
KUCCPS limiting careers at risk from AI and encourage students to focus on humanitarian work. KUCCPS is a platform for application and placement. That is what we offer insofar as placement of students to various programs is concerned. So the programs are, for the case of universities or degrees, the programs are are developed by the respective universities. And like we said, there is a lot of work and research that goes on into a university creating a program. And of course, the created program will also be subjected through various checks and various analyses by the Commission for University Education in terms of even the problem that that curriculum is trying to solve in the economy and so on. So we do not limit, because it is the institutions that declare the programs that they have developed and the programs that have been approved. For the sake of TVET institutions, the curriculum for TVET is developed by TVET CDAC. And all the programs or all the courses that are approved and are on offer in some way or another are relevant and useful to the economy. So it is not in the space of KUCCPS to limit programs or to limit potential or careers that students can go for. What we continuously say is, in the course of your selection, in the course of thinking about what you want to do, look for more information, look for programs that are aligned to your ability, to your interest, to your career, and then also get information on programs where government lays emphasis in terms of training and development. So you cannot go wrong if you are guided to select well and choose what you want to do.
Could you tackle the second one, whether you offer scholarships to students who want to study abroad?
No, we do not offer any form of sponsorships or scholarships. For students studying locally, there is a Universities Fund, which is a state agency, and of course the Higher Education Loans Board, which is also charged with the responsibility of assisting students to secure funding. So at KUCCPS, we offer placement and career guidance advisory.
Excellent. Tech team, if you don't mind, just refresh so that at least the questions that are answered just move by themselves. Just check on the internet connection there. There's a question here, very highly voted. What if you didn't apply for a university? Would KUCCPS place you still? That's a question that I've been asked.
No, the answer is no. Okay. We process applications, and applications yield into placement. So if you did not apply, it means you are not even in our system. So there is no way we are going to place you, yet you did not apply. If you want to be placed, please apply.
All right, there's another one here. If you didn't pass physics and you want to do engineering courses, will you be allowed?
Engineering, physics is a required subject for engineering. So other than passing, I mean, if it's not just about failing, you also have got to have studied physics for you to be eligible for placement into an engineering program.
All right, there's another one here, still voted very highly. Where can one get the student's manual on clusters and cutoff points for the different universities and other TVET institutions?
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Whenever you want to access KUCCPS services, you just go to www.kuccps.ac.ke. When you land there, you land into our website. From our website, you will see what is called, or you will see a menu called portals. When you click on the portals, you will see student portal. When you visit student portal, that is where we've given you all the information you need. That is where you apply for placement. And if I can stress on that, application for placement in KUCCPS is 100% automated. We do not require a result slip. You do not need to take that result slip when going to cyber. Again, you do not need to go to the cyber because all that information you can do on your phone. If you can log into TikTok, if you can log into Facebook, WhatsApp, it means you can apply for KUCCPS on your own. So that information is in the KUCCPS student portal. You can go to downloads. When you go to downloads, you will see cluster document. You will see cutoff document. That cutoff document will show cutoffs for the last 3 or 4 years that will help the student just to make decision. And maybe facilitator, if I can talk about the cutoff, many students think KUCCPS, by the time we are opening the portal for placement, we would have set cutoff. Cutoff are set by students when making application. When you apply to a program, after you compete, a cutoff will be set. So what you are seeing on that cutoff document is for previous years, just to guide you what is the likely cutoff this year. It's just like a market. If bread was sold last year 50 bob, today 51, tomorrow 53, it means it's going up. So when you are just making your application, just refer to the cutoff document. Just to guide you, we will not have set the cutoff. You are the one setting the cutoff. Thank you.
And maybe because you were talking about cluster and you're still with the mic, do you feel we have answered this question that has been voted highly, that how is cluster weight calculated? Is that explanation good enough, or do you want to add any other thing? Because I like the bread example. Prof?
The question of cluster weight, how is the cluster weight calculated?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we have cluster subjects, cluster points, and cluster weight. Now, for all the degree programs, there are cluster subjects that are considered for one to be able to be placed in a program. So those are the cluster subjects, and each and every one of those is indicated when you open your portal. Now, there is a cluster point. So the cluster point is the total or the summation of those points for the cluster subjects that are required for a student to be placed in a particular program. And then there is now the issue of the cluster weights and how it is calculated. And this is how it is calculated. When you apply, or when we open the portal and then students apply to programs which have definite capacities. So each and every program has a capacity. And so when you have a program, X, and the capacity is 500, and you have 2,000 applicants. So we are going to rank all those applications, and the last student, or the student to move in to fill the class, or to fill the capacity of 200, that cluster points, or the cluster weight for that student becomes the cutoff for the program. And they keep varying every year. That's why when we are opening the portal and you are able to submit your application, we give you an opportunity to see the cutoff for the same program the last 2 years, so that you can gauge with your cluster points. That is how cluster weights are calculated.
Thank you, Prof. Please remain right there. And I just want to say there could be some grace, you never know, because policies change by the day, by night sometimes. But CEO, if you don't mind, could you kindly stand from there and explain whether the one who actually really missed to apply, whether they are doomed, I don't know, and probably also just a chance to add any other thing from the questions.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm tall enough. Now, there are situations when we open the portal and somebody is not able to apply. Probably they were sick, or they had traveled, or for one reason or another, they did not apply. Then 1 year, after a year, they come and tell us, I missed applications. We give them a chance. We call them late applicants. And we look at the performance, and we compare them with the ones who did the exams the same time that one did. So we use the criteria for that year to place you in a program. So you are not doomed. You missed the opportunity when others were going, but you will still get something. Now, even though we don't offer scholarships for international, international scholarships, there are scholarships that come through the Ministry of Education, like Hungary, China, the UK. When they go to the ministry, when an embassy says, we have scholarships for Kenyans, KUCCPS is invited in the committee. So we have staff who sit in the committee, and they help in determining who actually merits that scholarship. But in most cases, the criteria is set by the embassy itself. So KUCCPS just becomes one of the organizations that facilitate. Now, there was a question on KMTC. KMTC is very demanding. If a student applies for a degree, you have a C+ and above, and you apply for a degree, then you apply for KMTC at the same time. The system automatically takes you for the higher program. In this case, the higher program is? The higher program is which one? The degree. So if you make two choices between a diploma and a degree, the system places you for the degree. But you find a student who has qualified to go to the university, they have a B- or a B, they decide they are not applying for degree, they go straight to KMTC. Then that student has a higher chance. Tumeelewana hapo? So the system runs in a way, when you make many choices, the higher one is the one that is picked. If you choose a diploma and a certificate, the system will pick you for the diploma if you qualify.
Thank you so much. But before you sit, I felt like this one is for you as well. Maybe you could answer it. Does KUCCPS place students in private universities? And if one qualifies, can they get help?
The placement is based on your choice. On the system, we have courses that are marked in a different color that are for universities, in private universities, and a different color for public universities to help you choose. Now, when you choose a program in a private university, you can qualify for help, but you will not qualify for a scholarship. But when you choose that one that is in a public university, you can apply for both help and a scholarship. It is not automatic. You have to apply. And then once you've applied, the institutions will decide, they can look and see from the information you give. Then you are graded. There are those who are very needy, and there are those who are less needy. So you can get a scholarship or a help loan that is different from somebody who is in the same class as you, because one, maybe the parents are not able to afford, and the other one, the parents can afford. So the ones whose parents can afford get a smaller amount than that one who is from a needy family. Now, on the subject that was mentioned on the cluster, we talk of cluster subjects, cluster weight. I want to give an example of medicine. Medicine has 4 cluster subjects. We have a language, which is English or Kiswahili. We have biology, chemistry, and mathematics. So every career, every course has its subjects. If you want to do law, your cluster subject is English or Kiswahili. If you want to do engineering, mathematics, physics, you know, that's how it goes. So how you perform in those 4 or 2 or 3 subjects that form a cluster, it is how you performed compared to everyone who sat that subject. That gives you your cluster weight. So you may have done very well in mathematics and chemistry, but in English, you get a C+. And then you choose law. We will not look so much at the English, you know, the chemistry and physics, because your cluster subject is English or Kiswahili. Then we look, how many people did English and Kiswahili? This number. How did they perform in English and Kiswahili? That gives you your weight, the cluster weight. So you may find somebody who had a B+ with a higher cluster weight than somebody who got an A-. So the question is, how come this one got A- and missed this program, and a person with a B+ got the program? Is because the person with a B+ may have had a higher cluster weight. The subjects required to do that course, they performed better than the other one. I hope I've clarified that.
Yeah. Thank you so much. So my panelists, Prof, especially because of anything that is coming up, we're going to answer these questions in a quick fire manner. So just hold your mic ready to go so that we can be able to answer as fast as possible, because there are many, and we want to appreciate that. The beauty is, even after our next quick roundup session of the day, every person, especially from the KUCCPS side, will still be here to help us, all right? So feel free if you want one-on-one questions, anybody especially with this kind of, you see how these 2 gentlemen are dressed up, anybody like that, grab them, ask them a question, they'll still be here for you. So, do you charge for application?
Yes, we do. 1,500, which is paid through the eCitizen platform.
Excellent. There's another question here. Is there a way that I can differentiate, this one was voted a lot, differentiating between software engineering and computer science? Kindly help. Over 7 people asked that question.
Thank you very much. I wish I had time. I would have called my colleague Peter in our directorate. He did computer science. You can just stand up.
Where is Peter? Peter can come. Peter looks very healthy.
Yes, please come. Mwania, Joseph Mwania.
Peter, come here with me. Don't worry.
Come quickly so that we are able to differentiate that.
Yes. Peter, come. I know you look like engineer. Come. It is working. Oh, you have gone there. Fine. Go and answer it from there. The question is there a way that one can differentiate between software engineering and computer science? Please help them. There are many.
Thank you very much. My colleague is coming, Mwania.
Yeah.
Personally, I did software engineering. He did computer science. Mwania, who is coming, did IT.
Oh.
We are in the same directorate. We do the same job. Oh. However, just to clarify to the students and guardians who are asking, software engineering is about dealing with the how. They don't care about how the processors, how the hardware works in the system. Them, they dive in directly to software development. However, with computer science, you have to understand how memory works, how hard disk works. There is the electronic part in the computer science. However, in software engineering, it's about programming, it's about software development. However, at the workplace, we do the same job. There is no difference.
All right. Thank you.
You can
say something very quick.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
For computer science, we were told that it came from mathematics and physics. So those are the mothers of this computer science. And computer science usually has specializations. So you're able to specialize into software. You can be able to specialize into computer engineering. And then you can also specialize in networking. So those are the areas of specialty. You can even do the area of cybersecurity if you want to specialize in those areas. So it's a broad perspective. And then the other item that I can mention, just to make it clear, is that there are those softwares that we use. Actually, the softwares are for use by the ITs. Then the computer science is about the logic behind those softwares, the algorithms and the others that are in it. But when it comes now to operations, we actually do majority of the works that are similar. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
Yes.
Finally, on that, moderator.
Yes.
While at school or while at college, you realize you attend all the lessons from first year, second year, third year. Maybe one semester is when computer science go left, software engineering go east, and IT go to west. But in terms of content, almost the same. Thank you.
All right. I'd like Doc to answer this question from one of the people here. They are saying, how easy is it to get attachments when studying a course? They're asking that question, so and they have voted for it. How easy is it to get attachments? Just put the mic on, please, for them. There you go.
Okay. Attachment will always depend on the course that you are taking and the organization or the institution where you want to go for attachment.
All right.
So for example, if you are doing computer engineering, it means that you get an organization. Nowadays, almost all of them, they require some computer skills. Of course, if you are training to be a teacher, you can only go to a school for attachment. If you are training to be a nurse, you go for your skills in hospitals. So attachment will always depend on what course are you taking and which organization do you want to go for your placement.
All right. Maybe I may want to qualify that with another question just directly to KUCCPS. Do we have a way of assisting? I know inside institutions, the institutions that have established attachment ways of helping students get them. Do we have such, by the way?
Yes,
Okay.
we have various organizations. Let me talk maybe like from Daystar, where we have signed MOUs with various organizations where our students go for the attachment. But nowadays, because of the numbers, we are expanding our wings to others. It becomes easier when a university has signed MOU with various organizations so that it becomes easier for the students of that university to get attachment in that particular organization. I don't know if KUCCPS is having anything to do with placement. Maybe they can also help in that area. Thank you.
Prof, do you have anything to say on that, on attachments?
Thank you. I could just add that as KUCCPS being an entity, we also have students who normally come for attachment, and they do applications which are then handled through the HR function.
Okay.
Just like any other institution that receives applications for attachments.
All right.
But I also wanted to add that I know that various universities have career offices and student services. So when the students join the universities, they need to really understand the office within the institution that's in charge of career matters, and they can get more information from those offices all through their studies, whether it's about selecting their pathways or what they call specializations, or they're about to graduate and they're wondering what's going to happen next. So those career services offices are very, very key in showing them the direction. Thank you.
All right, there's a question here. What will happen when you apply for KUCCPS application, then you get a scholarship abroad? I don't know why you voted a lot on that, but we are here to answer all the questions. So what happens?
If you apply to KUCCPS, you're placed, and then you are lucky to get a scholarship to study abroad, there is something called deferment. So you get in touch with your university, write a letter of deferment so that your position is held while you are away. Or you can as well decide which one do you want to choose, go abroad and then study for that scholarship you have acquired and forgo your university or your local placement. So it depends on what you want.
Excellent.
Maybe I can chime in.
You can add on that, yes?
Yeah, because of abroad, they really give you breaks when you're doing a course. So it will be best that you defer. Because when you defer, when you're abroad and you take a year, you can take, when you have done a year, you can take a break, come to Kenya, also experience the Kenyan University for a year again. Then that way you will be able to gauge which one is better, and maybe moving forward, it will be better for your career.
Excellent. I think the question on cluster points has been addressed. So I think I'll move on from that. And the other question is, what if I select the same course but in different universities when the portal is opened? I think I'm trying to rephrase that question. I don't know whether my KUCCPS guys, can you get that question? It's the second one. That what if I select the same course but in different universities when the portal is opened? I don't know whether we can get the question within that question. Is it clear?
Yes, you can select the same course in different universities, especially choice 1. Choice 1A, B, and C. Yeah, you select the same course or the same cluster but in different universities.
All right.
We don't encourage that you do the same in choice 2, 3, and 4, because then you'll also be limiting your chances of getting placed. Once you have made your selections for choice 1A, B, and C, which is invariably the same course but in different institutions, your choice number 2, 3, and 4, you can make something different.
All right.
Yes.
There's another one that is voted highly there. What are the courses for grade E students?
The courses for grade E students are called level 4 courses in TVET institutions. Before we used to call them artisan. So once you have got into the technical or TVET institution, you apply and you are admissible to level 4 or artisan, you finish, then you move to level 5, which initially was called certificate or craft, you finish, and then you again apply and move to diploma, which is now called level 6, and then proceed all the way.
Excellent. So there's hope. Don't sit back there. There's another one voted highly. Does KUCCPS consider students who bridged a subject?
We only consider bridging in KMTC programs, but not in other programs yet. We are still to develop the instruments for that.
All right.
Yes.
Excellent. That's a good answer. And there's another one here. Medicine careers offered with a grade of B. I think there's a question on the many other places. I think there are quite a number. I had KMTC say something, but go ahead.
Medicine at degree level.
I don't think it's degree level at this rate.
Actually, B is the minimum requirement for medicine at degree level, with the B in the 4 cluster subjects that the CEO mentioned.
All right.
Yeah, what shoots the cluster weights or the cutoff is the number of students who have applied to a program and the number of vacancies that are available in that program.
Excellent.
So the higher the number, with regard to the limited capacities, the higher the cutoff points.
Lovely. Can you apply for both KMTC and university?
Yes, you can. Those are different products.
Absolutely. So you have your answer. There's another one here. Can you change your course after joining university?
Yes, you can. You can do that at 2 levels. There is what we call inter-institutional transfer, which you do on your own students portal. You log in, you click on transfer, and then you select the program and the institution you want to transfer to. It will be processed. Again, there is also what we call inter-faculty or inter-program transfer, where you just want to transfer a program, but you remain in the university which you have been placed to. So the inter-faculty transfer or inter-program transfer is an internal process. You can change from one faculty or one course or one program to another, but still remain in the same university.
Lovely. So there's a good hope there. So feel free to change if your passions change when you're still studying. There's another question here. Can you qualify for KMTC with a mean grade of B-?
Yes.
Good. With the current vacancies, will the current vacancies handle 270,000 students plus with C plus provided to new universities, provided no new universities are built? I think someone is just concerned about space there.
Yeah.
Do we have enough space?
We have enough space to accommodate all the students who have acquired the minimum grades to join the university. And it is not accurate that no new universities are being established.
Okay.
Last year, 2025, the government established two additional public university colleges, Kabarnet University College and Nyandarua University College. This year, 2026, the government has established another new university college, Makueni University College. So there is no student who can be denied a placement to university because there are no spaces in the university. We always have spaces to accommodate all students who have attained the university entry requirements. Thank you.
All right, there's another one here. Are your scholarships or bursaries linked to specific courses?
I think we had addressed the issue of bursaries.
Excellent. So I think I think anyone can apply. Last I checked, right? Thank you so much for that. There's a lot of questions on software engineering. I can see also the marketability of mechanical engineering, software engineering, and mechatronics. Do you want to touch on that? Just say anything very quick. I know you had mentioned marketability of these courses.
Okay, thank you very much. I've seen requirements for software engineering. You need a C+ in maths, you need a C+ in physics, and C plain in either Swahili or English, in addition to other subjects.
All right, do we have an answer for this one on how to apply for KASNEB in December? Because it is said you can also apply through KUCCPS. KASNEB KUCCPS, can students apply through KUCCPS?
No, you cannot apply for KASNEB through KUCCPS, but KASNEB has accredited examination centers. So it is your responsibility to identify an accredited KASNEB examination center and register for examinations and apply for the program that you want to take there.
Maybe I can chime in on that, MC.
Yes, go ahead.
It's good to know that KASNEB is an examination body, and they also set the curriculum. So like us universities, we teach CPA, but it is KASNEB who examines. So like Kirinyaga, we are an examination center for KASNEB. So you can register for KASNEB exams there, but we will teach you, but KASNEB will bring the exams at the end, and there will be many people from other areas who will congregate at Kirinyaga to take the KASNEB exams.
Awesome.
And not just Kirinyaga, all universities.
Okay, this one is a bone in the house. Why is it that one qualifies to go to university but still fails to acquire a good course? What is the mismatch there? I don't know. I don't know what are we going to tell them? Yes, go ahead.
Why a student can qualify to go to university and still miss to get a good course. It all comes to how the student makes the choice while applying. And this depends also on the specific requirements for a course. So the moment you have the specific requirements, again, you are subjected to competition together with the other students who also meet the requirements but may have higher grades in the specific higher grades in the cluster subjects. So it's basically about competition, and therefore the better grades you score in the core subjects or the cluster subjects for that course, the better for you. So it's all about competition, merit, and competition among those who have applied for the program, for the limited spaces that are there.
Okay. Let me also say briefly with a disclaimer.
Yes.
We really need to understand what is a good course. Because some of the courses we think are good in the job market you find. So we need to really understand what is a good course. And the minute we are able to unpackage the understanding of a course and what is in the career world, then you will be able to know, am I doing a good course? Am I doing a bad course? Some of the people who think they are not doing the good courses end up in excellent job markets. So we need to have proper understanding of what is your understanding of a good course. And what do you want to pursue? Where is our focus? And that is why it is critical for the career teachers to have good training in guiding the students in career choices. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much for that. Is it possible to do a different course at a master's level? That is after graduation in a degree course.
I think I'll take that one.
Yes.
Yes, it is very possible. Like for most of the people who do administration, probably they came from maybe a science course. Someone is a professor even in chemistry. They will still do a master's course in MBA because they want to be administrators. So it is very easy to do another course at master's as long as you know the goal of why you are doing that program.
All right. Sometimes a student enrolls in a program in a university or certain institutions, later to find out that the program that they undertaking is not accredited. What is the solution?
There is no case where a program which is not accredited can be uploaded in the KUCCPS portal for a student to apply. When the program has been approved by the Commission for University Education, that is when it can be uploaded in the KUCCPS portal. So make sure that you check, because there are so many, there could be some institutions that may promise certain things, and all the time I'm seeing the Commission for University Education putting up a newspaper advert, which is even in their website, about accredited universities. So be sure that before you apply to a university, make sure that it is an accredited university. That is, if you're applying outside the KUCCPS system. But if you apply in the KUCCPS system, all those universities are accredited, and all those programs are also approved by the Commission, and they are legal. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I think this one, as you can see, has been voted as well a lot, that which universities offer student exchange programs preferably to universities abroad?
I think nearly all universities, because we sign MOUs, that is a memorandum of understanding with various universities outside the country. So depending on the course you're doing, we normally have some students coming from abroad to take a semester here. We also send our students outside to take a semester there. But it depends with what you're doing, what the MOU with the university abroad is for. Maybe it's for agriculture, and you're not doing agriculture, you may not get the chance. So it will be upon us when you join the university, walk around as much as possible, know a lot, read a lot about their guides and their policies. Thank you.
All right. I had put together to just do this quick fire till 12:30. It's now exactly 12:30. But allow me to just do one quick round. Just one quick round, then we close on this. Can corrections be made after final submission to KUCCPS?
Yes, as long as the application window is not closed, you can log in and correct your choices.
So do whatever you want to do until application before you don't wait for the deadline. Come on, do that now, all right? Ask whatever questions you may have. There are so many questions about specific ways. I want to be an auditor. What does it take? All those kind of things. But I want to encourage all the students who are here, because we will open this hall to any other person who wants to come and interact one-on-ones here, to go ask specifically to the KUCCPS persons who will be here about those specific questions. So we wanted to generally tackle those that are very hard and crazy. Let me see what you have voted. The final one that you have voted for highly. It's this one. Why can't class of 2025 and bridging candidates of 2025 apply for KMTC March intake, but have to wait for September? the majority, I don't know.
Thank you very much. It's not that 2025 students have been blocked to wait for September intake.
Mm-hmm.
What was running is KMTC March intake. When we opened, those students that we have their results can open. The window closed yesterday night. We are currently processing. Any programs that will not be full will be failed from next week. If at that point we'll be having results of class of 2025, they should be able to apply. We've not blocked them for September.
All right, thank you so much. So ladies and gentlemen, as you can tell, we have tried as much as possible. We have hit about So far so good, about 45 questions today, and they are still coming. Every time I refresh, there are more, which is okay. We still have 35 unanswered, but a lot of them are very specific, you asking certain things, and I want to urge all the students who are here, and even if you came with your parents, make use of the entire KUCCPS staff who are here. Most of them are in this kind of white, nice way-looking jerseys. Make sure you ask whatever question you have. If they can't answer, they will direct you as well. The same case about specific university questions. Look at the back there. You can already see we even have people. The noise is coming from the booths and everything else. It's people asking questions and the likes. So take advantage. KUCCPS have brought them all the way here so that at least they can participate in this. At this moment, allow me, because we have a lot of media in the house and we want to organize a big photo for all of us, but while we are still in here. So I want the photographers to kindly come. You will help me in guiding how you may want this to be done. But in the meantime, CEO, if you don't mind, I think please come to this stage as we prepare for this together with your delegation. So please come up here so that we can be guided how this photo is going to be taken. So don't worry about this. This is just to show that we are here. It is important we do that. So photographers, you should be here by now. We just need very quick direction on this. If we could move faster than that, so that at least we can be able to know how you want it. They had a style, they had asked for this. But even as we're doing this, just a quick reminder, we are here for you. So ask whatever questions you may have. Don't leave here without any unanswered questions, so that at least you can be able to have the best of it. Where is the photographer? We just need very quick guidance so that we can do this and close on this. All right, let's just take this official one. Let's just take this official one. And then somehow, just get the widest lens ever. We're all going to go back there to our seats, and then we'll take from here because we're quite a number. All right, so please go ahead and take that picture. There you go. Aha, excellent. And V, if you don't mind, who is the person giving the vote of thanks? Who is giving the vote of thanks? All right, thank you so much. Kindly, if you don't mind, please take your seats. Now we shall take a group photo with all of us, because we would have tried to do it from here, but we cannot fit. We are many, and it is good to be many. All right? We have a good challenge, which we shall address together. So, photographer, come with your nice lens. And please make it faster, if you don't mind. Make it faster. Photographers, if you don't mind, so that we can close up on this as we encourage everybody to take this moment. So kindly take your seats. If I may have some of the students who are standing on that end, can I have about 4 of you? 4 of the girls? Come. Walk faster, if you don't mind. Walk faster. Very fast. I want you to occupy some of these nice seats here. They are nice for you, okay? Yes. Can I have 4 more? 4 more. Come. Just walk faster. Faster. There you go. Sit there, you know. Yeah, push anyone there. Excellent. You're doing well. Lovely. Yes. Pose there. Sit there. One of you there. Yes, there you go. Lovely. The other one. Keep moving. There are some 2 seats at the end there. Excellent. Is the photographer ready? Oh, he's there. He's there. Please look up there, all right? That's how it's going to be. That's where it's going to be. That man there is an angel. Sorry, how he got up there, I don't know. Just checking. So I think I will follow your cue. Once you're ready, I can do a count. Then we shall be able to say something. Can everybody say KUCCPS? Come on, not oops, KUCCPS. I mean, that's what I meant, all right? Everybody say KUCCPS. Yeah, so that smile is there. Can you see us? All right, so everybody, I want to ask that we shall kind of like wave, you know, like the wave, just to say that you're here, all right? At the count of 3, 2, 1, go everybody wave. Excellent, lovely, take that session, thank you so much. One more as well, everybody's gonna do a thumbs up, all right? Okay, in 3, 2, 1, go. Excellent, thank you so much for that. And finally, Finally, I've been requested everybody will stand. Just stand. Stand from where you are. Excellent, 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 excellent. We shall do two more. All right? Two more. First of all, let's say hi to the angel. Wave, 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 and say hi, KUCCPS. Excellent. You're doing well. You're doing well. Very good, very good. Have you had that? Finally, a thumbs up. Hands up nicely. A thumbs up. 3 to go. 1, 2. Excellent, excellent. This is good. This is good. All right. Can I do a final one? A final. This is my personal one. All right. My personal one. Everybody just make something funny. All right. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go. There you go. Excellent. Woo. Hey. Some people. Thank you. You may take your seats for a moment. You may take your seats for a moment. You may take your seats for a moment. Then we can quickly have our vote of thanks. I've just been requested is one quick photo. I think it's by a different person because our angel, I don't know whether he has flown back. The KUCCPS management, the entire management, please, there are some people who missed out. Please come. Please come. If you know you're part of the KUCCPS management, please come and hurry up. Run. And then our CEO will give our vote of thanks at the end of that. So please, if you're part of the KUCCPS management, if you have wings and you're high up there, please fly. We want to take one very nice big picture. So that we can close up on this. Thank you so much. Let's get there very fast so we can have that final picture. Good. KUCCPS management in the skies, come down. If you're there, I can see signals happening there. If you're there, please come down very fast, as fast as you can. Are we missing some? They're still up there. Okay, where you guys? KUCCPS. Yes, it is you. Yes, if you can walk faster than that, it will be better. The faster you can come here, the better, so we can be able to do this. In the meantime, do me a favor. If you came here and you know that you still have a question, don't get out of here without your question answered. That's why you came, and it is important. From subjects to choices of courses, whether you're feeling confused, this one, is it marketable or not? This is your day. And everybody here, including the ones who are taking a picture here, are here for you. Wondering about institutions, which ones to go to, about HELB, about university fund, all those are here, and they're here for you, all right? Have they arrived? We had some that were still getting up here. I think we're just trying to see whether they have arrived. Excellent. They're all here? Oh, great. Excellent. Let's take that picture now in a nice balanced way. All right. All right. Lovely. I've been requested is a different arrangement here. Yes. Just follow the instruction nicely. Yes. I think it's a height issue, but it's okay. There you go. Lovely. It's a balanced U. Great. Let's take that up now. We're good? All right. 3, 2, 1, go. Excellent. Asante sana. We're good? Thank you so much to the management team. I want to pass the microphone now to our CEO for the vote of thanks. And remember, it doesn't mean that we are done. It means we have opened up for now one-on-ones with anybody and any questions that you have. Asante sana to the team management. You may take your seats. Karibu sana, CEO.
Thank you so much. I'll be very brief. First, I want to take this opportunity to thank the Ministry of Education. That's our mother ministry. We had our representative from the Office of the Cabinet Secretary. We had our Principal Secretary, Dr. Inyangala, who are here. I wish to thank them so much. I thank all those who heeded to the call. When we said tukutane KMTC, we've had many thousands of people from day one. And this being the third day, we are actually surprised that the numbers were still coming. So thank you all for responding, the parents who are here, the teachers, and the students from various schools. and other stakeholders in the education sector that have joined us. I also want to thank my staff. Definitely we wouldn't be here if we did not have a committed staff that organized this. KICC, they've done a wonderful job. Thank you, KICC, for supporting us. KICC and KUCCPS, these are two government institutions that have worked together. Our team of, the event management, Kezi and the team, we are so happy, we are humbled. You've really made us shine. We have the universities and colleges that also accepted to come and exhibit with us. We had sponsors, from the banks and other sponsors who also came to support us so that this is a success. I hope I don't leave anyone behind, but we've seen the love that Kenyans have for this institution and the trust that we are there to serve you and do a good job. The media, the mainstream media, the Fourth Estate, it was overwhelming. We really thank each one of you for your support. I want to promise that this will be an annual event. So 2027, tukutane tena KICC. And of course, to the Almighty God for the life that He has given us and the opportunity that He has given us to serve the Kenyan nation. So I wish to thank you, all of you. I'm not asking you to leave. We still have the exhibitions going on, and we are around. So let's engage. Let us answer all the questions that you may be having. Asante sana. Our MC, I think he deserves a clap. He's kept us engaged. You are in the right career.
Thank you so much, Madam CEO. Let's appreciate her one more time. Asante sana. Please allow me, because she has given me permission, to mention by name all the sponsors by name. It is important, right? So that next year and the other years and the next 7 years, they're always here, all right? So once I mention them, please, I want you to appreciate them with a beautiful round of applause. They have made this possible. We have the Media Council of Kenya, we have the Multimedia University of Kenya, we have the Mountain Run, we have Daystar University, Kirinyaga University, we have as well the Karatina University, Britam, AMREF, KASNEB, Clarkson, Commission for University Education, we have University Fund, Help Loan as well, we have the Cooperative Bank of Kenya, and of course, KICC and the Government of Kenya. A round of applause, please, for all of them. Thank you so much for making this work. We could not have done this without you. And thank you so much, KUCCPS, for the energy and the level that we have. As you've heard from the CEO, it is not over. We've just started for your one-on-ones. So kindly, let's all stand. We want to end with the anthem and then open up the session for that session. So we started with anthems, we must end with it. So let's all stand for the Kenya National Anthem and the East Africa Anthem and then close on that. Tech team, over to you. Let's have the anthem now.
Mungu nguvu yetu, Afrika Mashariki, tuwezeshe kuishi kwa amani, tutimize na malengo yetu. Jumuiya yetu sote tuilinde, tuajibike, tuimarike. Umoja wetu ni nguzo yetu, idumu jumuiya yetu.
Thank you so much. You're now free to interact with the boards, to talk one-on-ones. The session is now open for that. And for the ones who may need to grab a snack, feel free as well to interact with us. Asante sana. Make sure you're not left behind and observe your deadlines. Bye-bye.
Select a chesa doba once from the top. Tunisha speaker, we mash it up. Fire, we light it up. Tuko tao, CBD kwa penthouse. Wanadhani CBD ni guesswork, lakini jua bidii tunazoza. Na ni magrami tundo tunangoja. Donjo maber, kwa mdomo ni kuber. Na doba Johnny Mwaki ukipenda email. Napendwa na mapen, na wote Johnny 10. Nikikusalimia unanijibu tu maber. Napenda